Hey, this is the Well Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is the real reason why Donald Trump pardoned NBA Youngboy. So, when it comes to the real reason why Donald Trump pardoned NBA Youngboy, the real reason is that he pardoned NBA Youngboy to prove that he's not racist. Because the truth of the matter is, even though he has been doing these things like pardoning him as well as Larry Hoover and so on and so forth, the truth of the matter is Donald Trump in and of himself has historically shown that he is racist. And it's not no CNN bullshit where they just find him saying something and they deliberately edit it to make it look like he said that he said something else. There is direct evidence to prove that he actually is racist. And that is what so when it comes to proving that he's racist, one of the first things that has proved that Donald Trump is racist, first and foremost, is simply down to the fact that Donald Trump has made statements that are clearly very racist, such as the fact that when Joe Biden pulled out his troops out of Iraq and Afghanistan, one of his first statements was, or his statement for that matter was that what would happen if Robert E. Lee, was general of the U.S. military today in Iraq and Afghanistan? Would he have done that? Now, anyone who knows anything about American history, military basics, knows that's an extremely racist thing to say. Because Robert E. Lee was definitely a racist, and even if he wasn't a racist, because America, of course, no surprise, or I should say, they were planning to attack the town he's from or something like that, which is why he joined the Confederacy. The truth of the matter is he supported a racist cause, he's loved by racists, as well as the fact that he clearly became racist later on with some of the African slaves due to the anger at the fact the Confederacy was moving. So in short, he's definitely a part of racist history because he fought for a racist cause to keep slavery going. So the truth of the matter is, for him to mention someone like him is clearly racist, just like mentioning a prominent, German, of course, general during World War II and saying, hey, what would happen if he was still in power? Would this happen to, of course, this country? It's the same thing. So simply put it, yes, that was a racist comment. Not to mention he has a photo of Andrew Jackson in his room that in of itself actually shows that he's racist, because Andrew Jackson, even compared to other presidents, he was kind of how they see blacks and so on and so forth. Andrew Jackson was clearly for slavery. He made it as clear as day. He was a very prominent person who was for slavery. So that in itself shows, that is quite racist. That's kind of like, in a sense, having the image of the person who's the leader of the Confederacy. I think his name was Jefferson Davis, as like a photo in your room, okay? For that matter, a photo in the room of Jefferson Davis and saying, oh well, he's just a historical figure. Like, come on, he's racist. And that's the first point I want to make when it comes to symbolism of him being racist. The last point I want to make is simply down his policies. He's made many several racist policies. One of the first policies that he's made that's really undeniably racist is simply down to the fact, of course, that he is for police, a heavy police presence, which in of itself has historically, the police have shown, especially in America, that they are very racist. So the fact that he actually supports the police, for that matter, patrolling the streets is heavily too, and even helped, get Derek Chauvin, I believe, out of prison, and it was clearly unjustified at all. It wasn't justifiable at all for what he did, even though maybe, let's be apparently stealing like someone for a few dollars. Like, really, man? And that's the person he is trying to get. And he is just police reform. Shit has clearly been shown numerous times that police reform is needed due to ending the extreme racism black people experience in the police all the time. And that's exactly what he has done. Not to mention the fact that he's trying to erase actual history of what whites used to do to black people in the past. He has tried to get over of getting rid of history and stuff. That of course shows racist white people black people that's gonna help unite people. Come on now, you know that's bullshit. And anyone knows that's bullshit. Even aside from teaching black history, white people themselves from generation to generation, it's been proven, and it's no, they all seem to know what the other means. Anyway, it's already been proven that white people from generation to generation, before black history thing, decades ago, teach their kids about what white people used to do to black people on their own. And they teach them stuff that's not very positive, and teach it from a perspective more specific, that it's not true. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say. So how's getting rid of black history from school gonna help solve racism? They claim that that's bullshit. And I know it's but this is the last thing. It's how much he hates Obama. But the truth of the matter is, Obama, as a president, he didn't really do much. And some of his policies, maybe he could be honest, it's a bit, maybe as a president, but compared to some of the presidents, especially people like that guy who was caught up in the Watergate scandal, whatever his name was, and many other presidents to hate on him is simply ridiculous. It way worse for presidents, especially when you look at the fact that this literally set the groundwork for a civil war that took part in the American lives. Every single war, even World War II, for that matter. There's been way worse. For him, I still believe he's a racist. Just freeing people like NBA Youngboy, Larry Hoover, and a few other random black people is not gonna disprove his track record. He's a racist, okay? And I think if there's a message to get out there to black people is don't be fooled. Just because he does these little things here and there does not prove that he's not racist. Because truth be told, he is a racist. So anyway, this is my video. And this is all I have to say. And simply put it, I hope you enjoy this video. And just remember, if you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumbs this video up and hit the subscribe button. And this is all I have to say. And simply put, I'm out. So bye.